Okay, ready? Hi everyone, it's Zohra, and today I will be telling you my story. Okay, so I've had a bad, difficult, complicated life all my life. I could tell you all the stories in one story, but to keep it long to short, I want to keep it easy. Okay. So I write poems and I play the piano and the keyboard. And I also play the recorder. I have been writing poems for 10 years. This is the 10th year. And I've been writing haikus too. But they're like poems, but they're Japanese poems. I've started writing them. And I've been writing songs for 1.5 years. I've been playing the piano for 5 years. This is the 5th year. And I have been playing the keyboard, which is like the piano, for 5 years too. And the recorder all my life. And poems, like I said, 10 years, so this is the 10th year. And this is all my life I've written poems. So I've been going through some hard times in my life, all my life I have had. And so now I feel like this is not a hard life now because I've found where I belong. I've came to the right place where I belong. And that is great because that's what I've always wanted to do. I couldn't find who I was or where I belonged until now. And so I write poems and I play the piano and the keyboard and songs, but mostly I write poems and play the piano and the keyboard to get rid of the hardships that I go through, that I went through in the past and that I go through now. And it's just to let go all of the negativity that comes into my head because I have negative thoughts in my mind every day. It's just to let out all of the negativity out of my head and everyone who puts negativity into me. You know, poetry and music, they both come together as one. And they both help me to avoid the negativity. So now I feel like now I'm having a good life. I'm not trying to make it complicated. It's not going to be complicated when I have poetry and music by my side. I don't know what I would do if I didn't have poetry and music. What's me? Poetry and music is the best thing that has ever happened to me. When I was younger, my mom wanted me to be a doctor. I wanted to be a teacher. Now I don't anymore because it's hard. Complicated. Okay? Then I wanted to be a dentist, then not anymore. And then anyone asks me, hey, what do you want to be when you grow up, Zohra? I said, I don't know. Now I say, when they ask me, a poet and a pianist. Basically an artist, but both in one. An artist. And also an author because I'm publishing my first poem book. And so, yes, becoming an artist right now it's good. I wouldn't say it's easy because not everything's easy. But yeah, it's really good. And so that's what made me happy. Everything that makes me happy is poetry and music. And that's what makes me happy. And so that is my story. Now I will read you a poem that talks about my story. Okay? And here it is. This poem is about my story, all simplified into one. It's called My Story. And I wrote it on December 9th, 2015, which was last year. Here it is. So without any further ado, let's get started. Hello, it's me, Zohra. I'm here to tell you my story. Here is my story. I'll tell you my story. Here is my story. My story. I was born and raised in a difficult, negative place. I've come from a hard place. I've come from a hard phase. I've learned things and gone through everything the hard way. But now I see myself in a different place. I've led my life a different way. I've come from a different place where I've learned how to stay strong, where I've become strong in my own way. I've become brave no matter if and when the difficulty comes my way, no matter if and when the negativity comes my way. Even when the hardships get in my way, destroy and ruin my day, I won't let that get in my way. I will be strong and I will stay strong. Be brave and stay brave in every way, any way. I've come so far. I've come a long way. To come this far, to come a long way. in my story. This is my story, where you will get to know me, where you will learn more about me in my story. This is my story. Welcome to my story. My story. I've been writing poetry for 9 years, no, 10 years, all my life. I've been playing the piano, keyboard, making music, playing instruments for 5 years, all my life. I write my poems and play the piano and the keyboard to get out of all of the sadness and negativity out of me, to get all of the negativity away from me. Writing and playing gives me all of the happiness and energy that I want and need all my life. I try not to let all of the negativity get to me, but it just keeps getting to me. I try hard to fight it all with my music and poetry, by playing the piano, keyboard, and writing poetry. This is my story. This is part of my story. This is my story. My story. And I try so hard to fight it. I try so hard to ignore it with my music and poetry. I try to not to let it get to me. I try hard, so hard not to let it get to me. By making music and writing poetry. That's what I do. That's just what I do. That's me. That is just me. That's my story. That's just my story. This is my story. This is part of my story. This is my full story of me, about me. This is my story. My story. Thank you for this. If you enjoyed this poem, and if you have enjoyed my story about everything that I love to do, that makes me happy. Please give this video a big thumbs up.